Hi, my name is Blessing. Today I'll be showing you how to add digits of a number in Java. But before we get started, please do us a favor by clicking on the like button, subscribe on the bell icon. That way you won't miss out any of our new uploads. Alright, and feel free to comment in the comment section below, and feel free to request for a tutorial on any Java problem. We'll try by all means to help you out. So if we are asked to find the sum of digits in a number, okay, we first have to split that number into individual digits. Okay, that's very important. So the first step is splitting that number into individual digits. Okay, so now the mathematics behind splitting numbers is simply by either dividing by 10 or dividing by powers of 10. Okay, so in this tutorial we are going to focus on the method of dividing by 10, but if you want you can you can also try to do it via the division by powers of 10, but don't worry, I'm going to explain how both of them work. Okay, so by dividing by 10, what's going to happen is, suppose we have a number like 239 and we are asked to split it. What we will simply do is divide that number 239 by 10. We will get a remainder of 9. Okay, this way we have separated 9 from the other digits. Okay, so after dividing 239 by 10, we definitely have 23, and then that 23 divided by 10 will get a 2, remainder 3, and then we'll continue dividing by 10. 2 divided by 10 gives us a 0, a remainder 2, and finally 0 divided by 10, which gives us a 0, remainder 0. So basically here we'll be dividing by 10 until the number reduces up to 0. Alright, and then after that we sum up our remainders, okay, and this gives us our sum 14, like that. Okay, so this is how we would determine the sum of the digits in this number 239, simply by first splitting it. And how do we split it? We divide by 10 until the number reduces to 0, and then we make use of the remainders. Okay, because the remainders are simply a reflection on the actual number that we had there. Okay, so if you can see, when we add 9 plus 3 plus 2, which gives us a 14, which is the same operation here. Okay, and now what about the division by powers of 10? How does it work? Okay, so you are to look at the number, okay, and then see how many place values you have. Okay, in this case, when I look at the weights of this number, this 9 is on the ones, 3 is on the tens, and 2 is on the hundredth. Okay, so that means that uh, my first division will be by 10 to the power 2, which gives me 100, right? Yeah, basically that's what we can say. And then if we divide 100, if we divide 239 by 100, we'll get a 2, right? So in this case, we're having the first number being separated, okay? As opposed to the first method where we had the last number being separated first, okay? So after dividing 239 by 100, we'll have a 39, okay? Now, here something happens on the power, okay? When the number reduces, the power also drops by 1. Okay, since now we are only remaining with the ones and the tens, so we'll get a 10 to the power 1. So as you can see, the power drops by 1. Okay, so 39 divided by 10 gives us a 3. Okay, we have this 9 remaining there, okay, and then 9 divided by 10 to the power, remember that the power is dropping by 1 again, so this gives us 1, 9 divided by 1 gives us a 9, and then in the end we add those values and then we have a 14. So basically this is what happens when you are trying to determine the sum of the digits in a number. So now how do we convert this into the Java code? Okay, so putting in mind, we are definitely going to create about 3 variables. The first variable is going to be the variable storing the number that you want to find the sum of digits on. Okay, so I'm going to get this variable called number, and then we are going to start, we are going to do a test with 239, and then I'm going to create another variable, and this variable is going to be holding the remainder values. Okay, and then we have the third variable, which is the sum, and we have to instantiate this with the 0, because what we'll be doing is we are going to be adding the remainder to the sum. Okay, yeah, just as we did there. Okay, and then now here, because we want to be dividing by 10 until we have a final, until the number reduces to 0, we are going to use a loop. Okay, yeah, so we are going to use a loop. We can either use a while loop or we can use a for loop. Okay, so I'm going to use a while loop. Okay, and then while, okay, so while the number is greater than 0, so this sets a limit that whatever operation that we are going to do under this loop will be provided that the number is greater than 0. So once the number becomes equal to 0, that means that the loop stops, the division will stop. Okay, yes. Then I'm going to set the remainder variable equal to the remainder that we are going to get when the number is divided by 10. Okay, so basically this percentage like sign we call modulus enables us to get a remainder or when a value is divided by the other. So here it means that the remainder when number is divided by 10. Okay, and then what next? We want to add that remainder to the sum, like that. Okay, so this is the same as saying sum is equal to sum plus remainder. Yeah, it's just a shortcut of doing that. Okay, and then we want to keep dividing that number by 10. Okay, is equal to 10. Okay, so this also is the same as saying number is equal to number divided by 10. Okay, so in the end we can, after breaking out of that loop, we can now call the system.out.println is out, and then let's print out the sum, like that. Okay, and then if I was to run the code, there we have 14. Okay, we can go ahead and test with another value, say 35. So we should have 3 plus 5 is 8, right? Let's see if we will get those results. There we are. So that's it, guys. This is how we can create a program that gives us the sum of digits in a particular number. Okay, so you can try out this code. If you are kind of lost, feel free to play the video over and over and over again until you master how it is done. And remember that you're not restricted to just using the while loop, but you can also use the for loop if you like. Maybe I should just show you how we can use the for loop. Okay, so this is how we can use it. Let me just comment this out. Sorry there. Okay, so for the for loop, it will be like for. Now we are going to create variable I, and I'll set this one equal to 10, and then say this will be happening provided that the number is greater than 0, right? And then what I want is the number to keep on dividing by 10. So say number is equal to number divided by 10, like that. And then I'm going to set the remainder variable equal to the number divided by 10, that, and then finally the sum will be stored. Sum will have the remainder added to it. Cut. And if we were to add this, sure, it should give us the same results. So there we go. Oh my goodness, something is off here. We're supposed to get 8 and not 3. Question is, why are we having this? Let's see where we went wrong. We said number is equal to number divided by 10. Okay, this happens provided that the number is greater than 0, integer or I. Okay, so first of all, basically this is supposed to be I. Yeah, so that we keep on dividing by I, we make that I to use, and then the remainder. So here is the error. Okay, we are not supposed to say divided by 10, we are supposed to use the modular sign. Okay, this tells us that we are looking for the remainder when this number is divided by 10. I think that should fix the thing up. First run, now we have 8. So that's it, guys. This is how you can create a program that will give you the sum of digits in a number. So don't forget to click on the like button, subscribe on the bell icon, and feel free to comment if there's anything that you do not like, or probably you would like to request for some help on a particular issue in Java. Have a good day.